In today's video, we'll go over one of the most exciting sets in the market right now, AMC. We'll specifically talk about the idea of over 300% short interest, the ongoing suppression, and why some people think the price could move toward $13 very quickly. Several pieces of information and changes in public opinion support this point of view. For example, the Roaring Rockets shared some interesting information in a tweet. Let's go through each step and see how they all fit together. First, let's go over the short-term interest situation again, since this is what the whole theory is based on. AMC has an official short interest rate of about 24%, which might not seem very high at first glance. But if you look beyond the public numbers and include fail-to-deliver FTDs, synthetic shares, and hidden short positions, you start to see a very different picture. Estimates from a larger study of the data show that AMC's real short interest could be around 300% or even higher. In fact, estimates that took these hidden factors into account showed that about 1.58 billion shares were being sold short, which is a lot more than the float. Even that guess might be too low, since there are still levels of data that haven't been fully accounted for. This tells us something very easy. There could be a lot of pressure on short sellers, which is also why there's still a lot of manipulation going on, because letting the price go as it may could cause a chain reaction of force covering if the real risk is anywhere near these levels. Because of this, censorship is not only happening, it's getting worse. One of the most obvious signs of this reduction is activity in the dark pool. Off-exchange volume was already around 67% at the start of the trading day. By the end of the day, it had reached about 68%, hiding more than 22 million shares from the open market. You can see a clear rise in off-exchange volume compared to a week before, when it was closer to 60%. This rise suggests that more of the buying pressure that is building up is being sent away from the public exchanges, where it wouldn't usually have an effect on the price. This has everything to do with what we saw in trade after hours. AMC briefly went up to about $2.19, which is important because $2 is a key psychological and options-related barrier. A lot of call options would move into the money if the price kept going above $2. This could cause a gamma squeeze. That's the exact thing that short buyers want to avoid. It's possible that the price drop they were able to achieve came at the cost of a lot of liquidity that may be being pulled from other positions. We need to talk about the basics now that the story isn't just about technology or feelings. AMC has been working hard to improve its finances. One important change was the elimination of debt notes linked to Odeon, which showed progress in cleaning up the balance sheet. Long-term investors love it when companies cut back on debt without diluting their shares or going through a major restructuring. Even people in charge at AMC, like CEO Adam Aron, have hinted that these changes are quietly but significantly good. We're beginning to see a change in how people see things because of this. Investors who had been staying away are now starting to put money in. Inflows are happening, as shown by the data, but the prices are reflecting that desire because of the high level of off-exchange activity. That is, people are buying, but the drive to buy is being taken up and used in a different way. At the same time, the options market is very important. Last week, AMC was able to break above $1.50, which made some call options profitable and put pressure on prices to go up. The important figure this week is $2. It's clear that short sellers want to keep the stock below that level because they know what happens when those levels are broken. If AMC closed above $2, it could start a chain effect like the one above, but on a much bigger scale. Through order flow, we can also see proof of active repression. Aggressive sell walls are meeting large buy orders, which successfully absorbs demand and drives the price down. This isn't how retail sales usually work, especially since many long-term holders have had the company for years. Instead, it suggests that people will keep selling short and add to the supply to keep prices from moving. Technical levels are still being followed. Even with all of this going on, the stock just ended at $1.67, which was in line with support zones that had already been found. A true weekly open level near $1.86 is also being talked about, which suggests that price action below this range is still likely to happen. On the other hand, the upside potential grows if sentiment changes and volume returns to lit exchanges. Some predictions say that AMC could hit $13 in less than a week if certain conditions are met. Even though timing isn't always accurate, quick moves are possible when pressure, volume, and placement are all used together. To add to this story, it's clear that people's feelings about AMC are changing. Dade Murphy tweeted about Zacks Equity Research and said that AMC is now being called a cheap stock because it trades at only 0.2 times sales. In other words, buyers are giving away 20 cents for every dollar of profit. That price tag naturally gets people's attention for a business with good market positioning and fundamentals that are getting better. Indicators of momentum are also becoming good. As fundamentals get better and sentiment rises, the Roaring Rocket sent out another tweet that shows that AMC has a lot of room to run until its valuation comes up. It's no longer just a short squeeze either. This includes beta squeezes, buying out of fear of missing out FOMO, and more people joining the market. At the same time, short sellers are feeling the effects of pressure in other stocks, like Beyond Meat recently went up more than 40% in just one day. This might be a sign of short covering, where funds use their extra cash to keep their positions open in other places, like AMC. Similarly, the stock market has gone through a huge change, and some call options have paid off hugely. These cases show what can happen when stocks that have been heavily shorted start to come back into play. It's interesting that AMC and GME are thought to be two of the most heavily influenced stocks in the market. In other words, if the same things happen here, the move could be much bigger. In the past, things like the kohrs squeeze that happened years after the original short interest was said to have been fixed show that these things can take time. But when they happen, they can be very dangerous. On top of that, the state of the market as a whole is making things worse. The environment is becoming more fragile because of things like rising volatility, geopolitical tensions that affect oil prices, and losses at big hedge funds. When funds are losing money, they may have to cut back on risk, which can speed up short covering. There are also changes in regulations that you should keep an eye on. FINRA has been told to share millions of trade records that show what happened in the market in the past. There's no guarantee of what will happen, but more openness could shed light on trading methods that regular investors have been questioning for a long time. As a result of high short interest figures, rising dark pool activity, better fundamentals, more investors coming in, options pressure, and stress on short sellers, it's easy to see why AMC is getting so much attention right now. Even though the situation is complicated and there are still risks, it is clear that a big move is possible. That's all we have for you today, guys. What do you think about AMC stock? Join in and let us know what you think in the comments. Thanks for seeing it.